Everybody, good morning. It's a beautiful day. Um, Sincerely speaking, this is a very wonderful morning. I think there are some noises in the background. Please accept my apology. It's just the way it is. I need to do this video this morning. Ah, why are you in a social media? This is a question I want people to be asking themselves. Honestly, I never knew I would come out here to be doing all these things that I'm doing. I never knew. Sincerely speaking, as far as I'm concerned, I thought I would just live my life, like I said, live it and, you know, keep supporting these children that I brought and keep telling them the best. Somehow, uh, there's this pressure on me. Outside people telling me, oh my goodness, you are something. People need to hear your story and listen to you. The way you talk. I told him, I said, well, I don't know. I think God just made me that way because right from childhood, I will always be this person that will spot things that are not right, honestly speaking. And if you ask me to sit down, I'll sit down. I obeyed my way throughout lifehood. That's why even so-called husband, when I got married, I think my husband felt he has seen a non-entity, somebody who he can control. Of course, he even said it. He said, because I cannot control you anymore, I cannot live in the same house with you. The day he made that statement, I was laughing. I said, wow. Every time I will want to make it look as if, Paul, you are a very control freak. And that's not how relationships should be. He would tell me, I don't know what you're talking about. But that's actually what he was doing. Because eventually he acknowledged it. It wasn't something that he could hide anymore. Because the truth stood for itself. I'm not the kind of person anybody can control. But can I be obedient? Yes, to an extent, if I want to. Like I said, I I had all this church thing around me that really made me to anytime I hear the word of God, I will on my own discipline myself, telling myself that look, I need to obey God. If there is really God who made me and I came out the way I came out, look at me, beautiful, elegant, beautiful, sexy thing, intelligent. When I mean intelligent, intelligent. I'm not talking about, it's not like I'm making it up, intelligent. Everything around me has always been that will kind of push her to a corner where nobody will hear and see her. But you know what? God has a way of doing things. God always allows things to keep happening until he does the perfect thing that he has to do with a particular situation. I think that is my story. Me being on YouTube, it's not really something that I planned doing. It's not something that I really, you know, saw it coming, that that's what I will be doing. But I thank God for his faithfulness. This is an opportunity for me to air truth. Remember, the name of this channel is Women of Truth International Forum. And to be honest, I realized that women are epistles of lies and gossip. I'm talking about women. You see, women, if you want to talk about where crime will be committed and how you can incubate it, go through a woman. You can do it very well. Who killed Anene in Nigeria? Who made people to catch Anene? If I keep counting, I will keep counting. Who destroyed Solomon? Who destroyed Samson? There are incidents everywhere about women, who women are. So if you think a woman is just one of those things you want to meet and put your man caves into her and walk away, you can just do anything to her, it's a lie. It's not true. Yes, sometimes men indirectly or one way or the other destroy women or kill them or whatever. But let me tell you the truth. The biggest thing that is happening in this world, the biggest coup that can happen The biggest anything you call that can happen passes through a woman. And so that's who we are. And so if you don't use your potentials very well, the devil will only use you to destroy the world. And that is what is happening. Every fashion that is being done is done around women. Any sex acts is through women. In other words, if I get naked now in the internet, in fact, I will accrue more than 1 million subscribers. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Why? Because I'm a woman. If I strip myself naked now, but I'm not saying, there's anything wrong about doing that, or there's nothing wrong, or there's nothing good about doing it. Like I said, people, it depends on where whoever is operating from. If I were to be operating from that level, it's possible I would have done it all this while. So I'm not even judging anybody that is doing it or that is not doing it. What am I trying to emphasize? I'm emphasizing about womanhood. Women are dangerous, are terrible. Let me tell you something. The lady that I employed, that I interviewed in my office in America, Regina Washington, Michelle Cunningham, George from Delta, these are the people that teamed up and instigated against me the business that I labored, that I went hungry in building in America with my husband. These are the people that did it. These are the people that even came to stand with Paul. They said they were coming to the court. I remember one of those incidents. Gallant court called me and said, Mrs. Sujuma. I said, yes. The prosecutor said, come. I want to tell you something. This is your case that has been going back and forth. We know the truth. I don't know why you don't want to get a lawyer and deal with this man. This man is one horrible human African man that we've never seen. This was the prosecutor telling me this. I said, I don't understand why you will come to a place like America and suffer with a woman like you. You have all these children, and this man will begin to do this rubbish that he has been doing. Everything happened in Gallant here. We know the truth. We know you are not at fault. And sometimes it breaks our heart because there's a way that the law and the system works, Mrs. Sudoma. It is difficult for us to just come and outrightly take this man, put him in jail in all that he's doing. There's a way he's doing it. And there's a way our law works. Mr. Suduma, we are telling you the truth. If you can get a lawyer to take care of this man is not even supposed to be opening his mouth to talk. Because we know the truth. You did nothing. And so we are begging you. We don't want to go forward with this case. Paul Uduma has come with Regina Washington, Michelle Cunningham from your office. These are people you employed. And this man has teamed up with them to commit this evil that he is committing, and he's not yet tired about it. It's a Suduma. We want you to leave this court because we know you've done nothing. And because we know that this man is committing an evil and a crime, and the way he's going about it. We want you to leave. Leave the court. We are going to keep Paul, Regina, Michelle Cunningham, as long as they are going to stay in this court. They won't know what has happened to you. They want us to prosecute you. We are prosecuting you over nothing. You did nothing. This is your business. You labored for it. You deserve to benefit the sweat of your labor. But Mrs. Uduma, this is America. When we are talking about the law, the system, and all that, this is part of it. And so even though we know the truth in this matter, Mrs. Uduma, we want you to leave the court. That is only what we can do for now. And we will leave Paul, that has come with his entourage of weaknesses. He will sit here and get tired and leave this court. That's how we are going to handle this case. America, I'm speaking nothing but the truth. I was shedding tears because the truth was there on the table. The truth that happens in my own office. In fact, the police even wanted to kill me in that office. And I insisted that the police should pull his body camera. Because that's what I was insisting. I said, listen, these things are not they say. I need the police to pull his body camera. I need to see what happened in my office. American government told me, we are not going to do it that way. Rather, we want you to leave the court. We know what has been happening to you and your children. We don't know why this man is doing this. Mrs. Uduma, that is the only way we're going to handle this case. I wept. I cried over truths. I said, God in heaven, where are you? This is truth before me. They told me, Mrs. Uduma, please, we are begging you. We want you to leave. So I left the court for Paul Uduma. You know, like I said, when these things are being said, it looks as if one is just making up a story. These are truths. In fact, even the money that they used that was paid, because when they came to my office, when they Paul illegally accused me, Paul and Regina Washington, a black American, when they came to my office, they arrested me, they handcuffed me, took me to jail. So when they now released me, in fact, beautiful children, my children went ballistic. My children wanted to squeeze life out of Paul. But as usual, there's a way I raised them. So even when they want to go to an extreme, they will those things that are infused in them in those early age will still play a big role. My children went ballistic. I told my children, calm down. This is truth. And I'm going to see this truth play out. Because when people are talking about divorce, they want to divorce, they want to do this, you think actually they want to walk away. No. They want to go back and forth, forge documents, forge this, do that, come to the court, pay lawyer. And it's unfortunate when people do this. And the system absorbed them and allowed them to do this. In my case, this is truth, America. This is truth. So my children, oh, sweet children, sweet girls, my children will be blessed wherever they are. That's why it doesn't matter what they do. I don't count it against them. Because these children went through hell after we have suffered, built all the business, started making all the millions. Paul felt the best thing he wants to do was to push all of us out. Whatever woman that he said he brought. Because Regina Washington was calling me every day. You don't know that Paul has remarried. I mean, a Kata woman that could not build a business. She was born here. And I came from Africa, suffered, went hungry, built a business. The lady that I employed in my office, my own office that I labored for, the business that I labored for, I was a provider of labor in America. I didn't come to America to collect from American government. That's why anytime a police stops me, I say, listen, even if you're seeing me making any mistake, I'm not a criminal. I came to your country legally, and I've contributed legally into your country. I told you to the judge, I tell it to anybody. So they now gave me back the money that was used to bail me from the jail. They said, Mrs. Uduma, we're going to give you back that money. You did nothing. We know the truth about everything. But the question is, why didn't America stand for me and my children? America should answer that question. This is Women of Truth International Forum. I want you to subscribe to this video. I want you to be looking into these things that comes from this woman that is still alive today. Like I said, it's a miracle that I'm alive. And I celebrate my life every second, every day. I celebrate my life because I know what God has done. I know what God has done. God is faithful. I want you to subscribe to this video. I want you to hit the notification button. You've not even had nothing. I want you to also tell your friends, tell your families. African people that are everywhere waggling their mouth, they don't even know what women go through. I am speaking out. 1,001 women will not even be able to speak out. When people are talking, they are talking. So I'm not telling people to train their male children because I have anything against men. No. I lived a perfect life in my marriage. I did wonderful things. I brag over the life I lived with Paul because I know what I lived. From the day I met Paul till today, I know what I've done to Paul. I built Paul. I left Paul better than I met him. Assuming I've left him. I didn't divorce him. I've not divorced him. My children keep asking me, what is wrong with you? So that is what happened in America. They begged me. The judge, the prosecutor, they said, please, Mrs. Udoma, we know how painful this is to you. but we want you to leave this court. Because Paul came with Regina Washington. They are going to bear a testimony against you, even though we know that this thing did not happen. And because of the way the system works and because of the way the law works, their testimony is going to look as if you did this. Mrs. Uduma, you did not do it. So we want you to leave this court. This thing has something to do with you, has something to do with your record. Look, it has good you didn't go to jail. Yes, we took you to jail. But Mrs. Uduma, because we know the truth, it's not going to enter your record. So I don't know what people are. There are too many things people don't know that is happening in America. And when we talk about this, it looks as if this is a black American that was born here that could not be useful to herself, that I employed in my office. What a ridiculous situation. What a narratives. Somebody I met here came to suffer. That is the one that connived with my husband. I don't know what she was doing with Paulo. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't usually build my energy around those. If you want to have sex with the whole women in the world, I don't care. My life is too busy. These children that God has given me is too much for me to take care of and to start monitoring a man, whether you're having sex here and there. That's why I keep telling people, David and Chioma and whatever, baby mama, all those things are bullshit. Everybody should go and sit down. There are things that Davido is doing to pregnant all of these girls. If Davido decides to pay any amount of money for them to live anywhere, everybody to take off their hands. After all, they are opening their legs for Davido. A woman should not open her leg for a man free. It shouldn't happen. This is Women of Truth International Forum. Please, I want you to subscribe to this video. Please, I want you to subscribe to this video. I will see you in the next video. I love you. Bye-bye for you this morning.